Okay, so did you play, not did you played. So did you play football yesterday? Okay, and the rest is the same object. Let's see an example with an irregular verb. Did you forget your keys yesterday? Did you forget? Forget is in the infinitive again. Did you forget your keys yesterday? Hello, my dear students. This is Música from el blog para aprender inglés. And today I'm going to talk about the past tense. How do we make the past tense? The first thing I have to say is that I'm going to talk about all the verbs except modal verbs and the verb to be, okay? Because this is a different kind of past tense. So, if we're not talking about the verb to be or modal verbs, we have to follow the rules that I'm now going to mention. First of all, you have to distinguish between two types of verbs. The regular verbs, these are verbs that end in ed. For example, work, the past tense of work is worked. So that's ed, okay? This is a regular verb because it ends in ed. And then you have the irregular verbs. These are verbs that appear on a list that has 3 columns. The first column is the infinitive, the second column is the past tense, and the third column is the past participle. For example, the verb go. The infinitive is go, the past tense is went, and the past participle is gone. So you can see there are different patterns for infinitive, past tense, and past participle. This is why they are called irregular verbs. Okay, let's see an example of an affirmative sentence. You'll see it's very easy. It's just like in Spanish. Subject, verb in the past tense, and object. For example, let's see first an example with a regular verb. I played football yesterday. I is the subject. Played is in the past tense. Play is the regular verb because it ends in ed. Played football yesterday. That's my object. Okay, very easy. An example with an irregular verb. Very easy also. I forgot my keys yesterday. Forget is the infinitive. Forgot is the past tense of the verb forget. Okay? Affirmative sentence, subject, verb in the past tense, plus object. Now, if you want to ask a question, it's a little bit more difficult. You have to remember that you need another verb, did. This verb is an auxiliary verb, so it's different from the other verbs because it helps the main verb. That's why we call it auxiliary verb. Okay, so let's see an example. First with the regular verb. Did you play football yesterday? In this case, I start with the auxiliary verb, did, plus subject, plus, very important here, verb, the main verb in the infinitive. I don't use the past tense anymore here. Okay? So, did you play, not did you played. So, did you play football yesterday? Okay, and the rest is the same object. Let's see an example with an irregular verb. Did you forget your keys yesterday? Did you forget? Forget is in the infinitive again. did you forget your keys yesterday? So that's my question. Let's see a negative question. I'm always going to make a contraction with didn't. So did not. So didn't you play football yesterday? Is an example with a regular verb. Didn't is the contraction of did and not. Didn't you, subject, play, verb in the infinitive, football yesterday? Let's see an example with an irregular verb. Didn't you forget your keys yesterday? Didn't plus subject plus verb in the infinitive plus object plus the question mark. So how do we answer a question in the past tense? Very easy, it's very easy. You just answer with the auxiliary verb. But you have to remember this because in Spanish we don't do this. We use the main verbs. For example, if I ask you, did you play football yesterday? You're going to say, sí jugué or no, no jugué. But in English, we don't say, yes, I played, or we say, yes, I did, no, I didn't. Always is the auxiliary verb first. Unless, of course, you want to say something longer, no? So, the answer will be, yes, I did. Did you play football yesterday? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Okay, this is exactly the same for the regular verbs and the irregular verbs. So it's very easy. Now, the last thing, how do we make the negative in the past tense? Very simple also. We need the auxiliary verb did. So in this case, did not. We are always going to make a contraction here, or most of the times. I didn't play football yesterday. Subject plus did plus not plus the verb in the infinitive and object. I didn't play football yesterday, or I didn't forget my keys yesterday. Very easy. Okay, if you have any questions, just put the questions down below. I'll put a link to my blog where you can read a summary of this lesson. Okay, that's it for today. Hope you liked this class. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Bye bye.